What up, y'all? Welcome back to Shadowland Universes and welcome back to Shadowland Offerings. We've got a brand new schedule to talk about. But first, let me bring in my friends. We got Robbie, we got Gage. How are you guys doing today?
What's up?
So good. So good. I don't know if I pointed the right direction at Gage because fucking the internet's weird and we're all floating around there. But I'm great. I'm excited. I listened to some music today that I had not listened to in a minute. We're going to get to it. I've looked at some photographs today that I haven't seen before, and we're going to get to that. And I'm just jazzed about this schedule, jazzed about this friendship with the two of you.
Oh, yeah. No, I'm excited. A lot of cool things, very cool things happening, like always. We listened to a bunch of music in preparation for this. Some stuff that I admittedly haven't listened to in a while, so it was kind of cool to get excited about that again. And definitely
I listened to one thing I forgot existed. That's how deep we got today. So
and which we can get into that a little bit at a time as things roll.
As stated, we have a brand new schedule. Everybody has seen this schedule. It's split up into two, and I think for the sake of focus, we're going to mainly talk about the March stuff for everyone who watched or seen this graphic that should be showing up on screen for you. We're going to focus on the March stuff. We will talk about the April stuff later. We want to hone it in and keep it focused in on that stuff. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to, it's all about getting that content out, baby.
Yeah. Why make one video when we can make two? And, algorithms and all that jazz.
Stretch it out. I like the way the schedule is split up, too, by the way. I sometimes looking at the schedule, my eyes start to cross and my brain starts to melt a little bit. It's too much for my feeble mind. So having it like split by month and having themes is really cool. I like this setup a lot. And it gives two things their flowers in respective time to be excited about. So I think that's
absolutely.
Really cool.
That's my favorite thing about this schedule is that it's on the screen. It's not a mystery, but like there's a Neon Sermon half, there's a Mission Infect half. And I like that they're almost split into halves within those halves. And that the top half, which we're going to talk at large about today, is unrelated to Neon Sermon, and then you go into the Neon Sermon, and same with the next one. You got some stuff, some general stuff, some random stuff, some unexpected stuff, and then boom, Mission Effect second half. I think that's a neat way to do it visually and as a month.
Absolutely. Yeah. And for us, the way that this is set up, we've got stuff that we know has happened to talk about, but we love to speculate over here. So we got stuff to even speculate about. Speculate for those who don't get the inside joke.
Our favorite thing to do here.
Oh, should we kick her off?
Let's kick her off. The first thing on fucking March's schedule is the Shadow Rank, which very fucking cool feature. This site is absolutely fucking amazing, I think. And who the fuck was it? There was another underground artist that saw that you shared it, Robbie, on
Cartoon Bondurant.
There you go. Saw it and was like, this is some next level shit. And I'm like, yes. Like, to take your fans and have them authorize their email from where they made orders and just show what they've ordered to give them a ranking of like a supporter. Such a cool feature.
And not just that, but there's you get special cards, little masks, little digital statue things. There's a bunch of. It would be there's two ways this could go. There's the way where it's just gross capitalism, and you go you spent this much money, and then there's this is actually a cool interactive portal, which is the way Loke went with it, and always I saw that Cartoon Bondurant comment where he said this is next level shit, and I'm like, that's low key. We've already been we spent all year talking about the circle last year and all this stuff. He's just constantly dropping next level shit that no one else is doing, and this is another example of it. And I gotta quibble a little bit because when we had it in early days. We got early access to look at this so we could talk about it on the show. And I was sitting clean at number 2. That's fine. That's fine with me. Number 1, that can be some other psychopath. I can be number 2. That's fine. It went live. I'm number 5.
I was number 4. I don't even know where I'm sitting right now, but at least we know, like, for sure, we are, we have the credentials to do this because we're in the top, like, 10, and at DC, I didn't check, but you were in, like, the top 22. So, like, we're good. Yeah. Like, if you ever had to doubt that these guys know what they're talking about, it is a certifiable rank now, honestly.
Yeah.
We know what we're talking about. I'm glad you said that, Robbie, because I watched myself go from, I think I was number 14 before it went live. I jumped all the way down to 50 when it went live. And I don't know if when I went in and added a banner, like changed my picture on my little profile, I jumped up to 22. So I'm currently sitting at 22, according to the screenshot I took this morning. But yeah, I watched myself jump. I'm like, well, fuck, I'm a loser, man. I went from 14 to 50, but I climbed myself back up to 22. So, yeah.
I think what happened there is, like I mentioned earlier, it could easily have been just a gross capitalism thing. I think Loke wanted it to be a little bit more of an interactive, fun thing, so he weighted different things differently. So it's not just the financial side that's weighted; it's also like probably variety, length of time, circle membership, like just all different kinds of facets, so that it's not just like, this motherfucker spent the most money. That is definitely part of it, and I've spent a stupid amount of money that I get to look at that number now.
And again, interactive, because as soon as I changed that banner, I jumped up. So like just interacting with the site increased my rank. So it's definitely, like you said, an interactive thing.
And you can see the map, which is cool. You can see like there's. So I for the listener, I'm in Portland, Oregon. I've never made any bones about that. I don't know why I would. But on the map, there are 2 really big circles right in around the Portland area. One is clearly me being in the top 5. I don't know who the other one is because it doesn't, pop up who it is, and that's maybe a privacy issue anyway. But I got a fellow top-ranking Shadowland boy or girl. Or they, them, or anyone, or could be a fucking dog. I don't know. Yeah. There's some entity. There could be a shadow entity buying a bunch of shit out in my neck of the woods. So that was wild for me to see.
Yeah, that's really cool. I like that aspect too of like kind of seeing like where everybody's at. It's really fun.
I don't think I made it to the map yet, so I still got to go venture through the website a little bit.
Well, here's what I'll tell you to do. Go to the website. It's the top thing.
Yeah, it's the front center.
I don't know how I missed the fucking... listen, I'm oblivious about a lot of things, and you guys are going to learn about that in a little bit when we share a story.
Maps are a big one.
Yeah.
And which is crazy because I look at maps all the time. I've always loved navigating on trips. And, I've made no bones about the fact that I work transportation where I work. So I literally look at maps to see and make sure where I'm fucking going. Not always, but sometimes. So, yeah, I don't know how the fuck I missed that, but I can be very oblivious.
Well, I'm glad I let you know so you could check.
As of the recording of this podcast, let it be known that I'm number 5 and Robbie's 7, so I'm the coolest guy.
7?
At this moment, yeah.
What the fuck?
So
you have to go.
And this is something interesting I want to talk about. I learned in real time is I purchased something today because one of the benefits that you get is I got a discount code with the rank thing. So I was like, I'll buy the Neculi shirt and the CD, which I had not gotten when it came out. And so I later got like an update to my ranking that I got Oracle's Chosen because I got multiple Oracle items. And then I got an email that it like gave me a banner, and then I think that also messed with my rank. So in real time, just today, I interacted with it, and that kind of changed the numbers. So it's really cool.
Well, I'm not mad at you, but I'm not happy either. So
understandable.
Listen, I'm not at a place to make purchases today, but I might have to steal some credit cards. I don't know. I'll figure something out.
Yeah, Rob
I've already
Bank.
accepted that I'm never going to be a higher rank than either one of you, so that's totally cool.
Yeah,
But I love being able to look in your closet, is what it's
Yes.
called, and see
That's a
your
really cool
orders.
feature.
That was cool. And not in like a braggy way, but like sometimes for me, it's like there's things that I forget that I bought, like keychains.
Yeah.
Like, because I don't always use the same keychain. I alternate them out so that, they don't get wore out. So it's like I see the keychain, I'm like, oh fuck, I forgot I got that. Man, I gotta start, I gotta grab that and use that a little bit more.
It is a really cool way to be like, I don't know, like there's just something neat about seeing everything in one place and being like, this is stuff I've bought over the course of like 7 years, and here it all is, and like, it unlocks like memories a little bit. Where you're like, I remember getting that shirt, or when that I mean, like, I don't know, it's silly little stuff, but it's fun for a fandom, I think.
I agree.
Yeah,
it's cool.
sure.
It's almost like video gamey in a way for me. That's cool,
Totally.
especially with like the 3D models of stuff that you can unlock.
Yeah.
Like I bought the Nekuli CD and then unlocked the mask, so I just spent a couple minutes just looking at the render of the mask and being like, man, I can't wait to get one of these physically. I hope that's still a thing. But it's really fun.
I'm not a game guy. We've talked about this at length. I'm not a gamer. I apologize to the gaming community. But this gets to be my version of that, because like music kind of is my video games, my thing that I like deep dive, obsess about, and spend a bunch of time on. So like to have a platform like that is sort of those euphoria drips that gamers get, but in a music way is super neat for me.
Yeah.
Well, and the other aspect to it that I like, that I know is a huge piece of Loke's history, and God, I don't know, Gage, I don't even know if you are old enough to remember it or have experiences with it, but it reminds me a little bit of MySpace even. The fact that you can click on somebody else's profile and see if you make your closet public, which mine is public, you can go scour through my closet if you'd like to see.
I think we all are, right? We're all public.
Yeah,
I think
mine
we
should
might be.
Yeah.
So you can go investigate all of our collections.
But as long as someone has made their closet public, you can go see what they've gotten, and that may be something that sticks out to you. So on that note, I do want to clarify for anyone who looks into my closet, the Agonis mask is actually, I don't have an Agonis mask. I actually ordered a Neon Sermon mask, and I asked Loke if he could customize it and do it with the UV reactive, which at the time, Agonis had a UV reactive variant, and that was just how we rang it up. So when you see that, I don't own a Agonis mask. It is my sermon mask. In the same way with the tumbler, my tumbler was actually, I was graciously blessed with an Eyes of Parasuva tumbler. There's one of two of these that exist, and I have one of them. Nice. So when you see that tumbler in my closet too.
We're going to get to it later, but DC is a very special boy. He gets special treatment. And yeah, we're going to talk all about that in a big way later, but I'm seeing now the seeds of DC's privilege.
Yes, a little bit. Sure.
Dark Carnival privileged guy over here.
Yeah.
Hey, name's getting changed tomorrow.
Perfect. The Shadow Rank is out in the world. Go look at it now. If you're a Circle member, if you're just a casual low-key purchaser, it's out there. That was 3436, March 6th. We got the drop of the Mortis mask and t-shirt, which you're seeing on the screen right now. Beautiful designs. I love that shirt. It's giving me Swamp Thing, which cannot be an accident. And I love that the body is textured in the same way as the face. Oh yeah. I never think about the body of the masks or like the characters of the masks. Like how they look as full-bodied characters, but that's super dope to me. Yeah. We showed it last time, but in my mystery box, I got the coveted only 10 created. I got some more information on this. I don't know if I told you guys. Loke told me there are only 10 of these ever to be made. When these are live on the shop, they are not going to be in the silver and those kind of colors. Those are only for these masks. So they've got the blood and the silver on them. These are just for the mystery box buyers. But it's cool exclusive shit. But I would hate to be fully exclusive, because as much as I like having a cool exclusive shit, I want you guys to have cool shit. And so you can get it in all the regular colors now. The red and the green specifically really pop to me. I might need eventually to get a green one of these boys, because it is lovely and ugly. I mean, it's ugly as sin, but but in a beautiful way.
Yeah, I'm looking at the art and it, like the mock-up on the site, and it's pretty detailed and gross. I like having the art of it being like a swamp creature that kind of recontextualized like the vibe.
Totally.
Yeah.
I'm going to get one eventually. I don't know what color I would go with. I have a couple custom ones that are like flesh tone, so I might hit up Bloke and be like, "Hey man, you want to hook me up with a gross skin colored one again?" But
That might
happen.
Sick.
Bear with me on this, but the flesh tone with some of the textures I'm seeing here on the mouth area might look a little nutsacky. But I'm,
I could see that.
Not to go blue right out the gate.
Yeah,
but
I'm liking the purple. Then maybe that's what I'll pick it back up.
I like all of them. Like when I see the red, I'm like, damn, that red looks great. And I'm like, ooh, but the green and the purple, like they all three of those.
Yeah.
Look excellent.
See, the red strikes out to me just because of the shirt design, right?
Mm-hmm.
The creature there is clearly red, so part of me wants to say like keep it red to tie it to the shirt.
Yeah,
But damn, that green really makes me think swamp. Like you said, Swamp Thing. That's where my head's going, is something either green, maybe brown, which was something I previously had mentioned for Cthulhu. But a brown on this now might just be the way to go. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then if you get a brown one, because is there a lot of masks that get offered in brown? I don't feel like I've seen brown as an option before.
I think Arachnid is the only one.
Really?
Okay.
Okay. I thought that was just
so.
a universal thing that I had never. Let me see. I'm clicking into the site. I'm clicking into Let's Get Violent, and there's no brown. Yeah, correct.
Yeah.
Look, I
So
window
with
shop
that-
a lot. I've checked for a lot of the colorways on different ones. So
If brown could be an option, yeah, I could see getting that home and then doing something with like green paint, or I'm not going to pull it down. I've got a Zool mask that got custom. I had my wife paint it all brown, and then she put like fake moss on it. Something like that would be really fun.
That'd be really cool for this one. Yeah. Agreed. So yeah, Mortis, it's out there. Check it out. Pick it up. I'm on like a no spending shit, and I have this silver one, but I might fuck around and put something on a payment plan because I love this design. But I'm gonna wait to see what happens the rest of the month. There's a lot of
there's another thing you might want to spring for that we'll get to. Yep.
Gage, why don't you tell us about the next thing, about Shadowland Gallery?
Oh, right. So this was really exciting for us because we, our shared bond, the core of our friendship with all of us is low key and like history, and especially Robbie being the history guy. And there's Shadowland Gallery, which is, basically just like the vault of everything. Like you want
photography wise or imagery wise.
You want your like digital like Facebook promos for like all the schedules, all like the like digital sales posters, behind the scenes stuff, like mission effect photos. There's some like old pictures of low-key jugging like the best of them,
like in 2000.
Yeah, like baby face low-key pictures that we were like, whoa, I didn't think I'd ever see that. So that was really cool. Stuff dating back to like the house promo shots, all sorts of stuff. There's like over 2,000 plus photos on there. You could spend so much time just scrolling through, seeing stuff, seeing some like if you're familiar with Loki's history, you might see some familiar characters also as baby children. Yeah. Some like different artists and stuff, all the mission effect guys, some UPS guys, like it's going to take me a minute to list everything, so I'm not going to. Just go check it out. It's super fucking cool. It's a dream come true for us guys who just love seeing all the little throwbacks and behind the scenes stuff. Super awesome.
Yeah, a lot of cool things to see.
I like. Go ahead.
The masks was definitely one for me. That was like, because I didn't realize some of the early molds that he had, or sculpts, I guess would be the correct thing to say. So that was really cool to see. That was the first thing that I was like, whoa, like mine was blown. And I remember saying to Gage, like, you're going to cream your pants.
Oh, yeah.
I was going to say the masks specifically is something we should get into, because part of this gallery is going to be, the whole thing's called the gallery, right? I'm not.
Shadowland Gallery.
Shadowland Gallery.
So part of this gallery is there's going to be a monthly gallery that's like the kind of highlighted one. Right now is masks. So it is all of the masks ever made, sculpt wise. It's not in every color, but yeah, like DC, you were saying, incredible. I mean, some of these, you go from the original retail mask that he used for the House 1 to the House 2 version, and it goes all the way down to
this bad boy,
that guy, coveted by me,
my personal grail item. I would say, as far as mask goes, one of them.
And it goes till today. Like, it goes all the way to Mortis. So, like, this is a full inventory of every sculpt ever in the low-key mask catalog. And the Batty Bat masks and the, Mission Infect masks, the Unsermon masks, like, all of it. And then...
like the Batty Bat mask that didn't even like see production, but she like wore like shots and stuff. Like there's like the original American Monster mask. I don't think ever got sold.
I've only seen it in that promo.
Yeah, but it's still cool to see them like in the timeline. So in
a gallery, like they're like on. I mean, you can look at it right now. I don't know why we're describing it like it's a secret. Like, but on the mannequin head, like set for a photo shoot. I've never seen the American Monster mask like that. So that stuff like that blew my mind a little bit. And like we talked about, Neon Sermon, Mission Infect are like part of these schedules. Part of this monthly drops is going to be like later in the month. There's a Neon Sermon special gallery. Then next month, a special Mission Infect gallery. So like, this is going to be a constantly evolving and moving thing, which is really cool.
It's like a digital low-key museum.
Totally.
Yeah. Very. Yeah.
And I spend a ton of time going through like internet archives to like, find the history stuff, because that's kind of my little niche, is like finding out every little history bit of all time. And I've looked at the old like Seventh Seal Entertainment, Loke Records, Mission Infect websites, and a lot of them have things that are broken or just lost to time. And so a lot of those gaps in my even internal knowledge are being filled by being able to look at this, which is super sweet.
Yeah, pretty cool. And I can say this right now, DC editor guy is going to fucking utilize the promo photos, because I can't tell you how many times I've Facebook, looked up low-key, went and looked through his pictures to find a promo photo to use as a graphic. So that is, thank you, Loke.
Yeah.
And then next up on the agenda, the schedule, 3/11, not the band, the date.
Original, baby.
History episode number 7, and I am looking forward to this one. Going to be fucking great, because this is what? Mission Infect, right?
Mm-hmm. Mission Infect, Chemical Threats, Volume 1 and 2. Yeah, as you're watching this on 3/13, it dropped 2 days ago. As we're talking about it, it hasn't been edited yet, but we've all heard the interview, and there is some really cool stuff discussed there about the origins of Mission Infect. Some deep lore about it, and if you're a horrorcore historian of any kind, some deep lore about Psycho Sam, which is a whole can of worms. That just Google it. If you don't know, that is a literal true crime story. That turned into a Law and Order episode.
No, I just recently found out about that. I didn't know anything about that, so that was a fun revelation to me.
Dark.
Yeah.
Dark shit.
I mean, I knew about it, and now knowing the roots to it, like I said, there's a whole rabbit hole there. I don't know that I'm going to just say it here.
We'll save it for the show. But I think something that is funny to me about that is we always talk about how, like, if you look at the scene, especially the underground side of it, it's always like, well, Loki did that first. And even, when it comes to shit like this, Loki was there first. So that's...
Who else but Loki would have been somehow tied to a fan that went off and literally killed some people.
A few more people are also tied to that. There's a lot of pictures of that. But I'm not. We're focusing too much on this. He also talked about making the Chemical Threats 1 and 2 records, playing The Gathering, playing a bunch of shows with Gruesome in Iowa. There's a lot of cool early Mission Infect lore that I think people are going to love, and images and photos and stuff. So it's
This is a big
classic. Yeah.
I definitely loved it, and for me, it offered a new perspective. And as of today, before we recorded, I listened to Chemical Threats 1 and 2 with a better understanding of them and how they came to be, knowing that it was basically set up for the street team. This was kind of like a thank you for being part of the street team. This is music for you. Made so much sense because, I always kind of felt like 1 and 2 had a direction but didn't have a direction. To me, it feels like Mission Infect really got its kind of gear shifted into with Extermination. So knowing that origin just really helped me understand so much better, like why 1 and 2 kind of feels a little maybe all over the place.
They're mixtapey for sure. I mean, there's solo tracks from everyone. Like they come off less like fully realized group projects and more like mixtapes, I think. But that's what they were in a lot of respects. So I think it was cool to get that context because I never knew the story of why the street team turned into a rap group. You know what I mean? So to hear kind of the wheels turn on that, kind of him relive that was really neat. I've been saying neat a lot on this episode, which makes me sound like a 70-year-old fucking pussy, but here we are. That's some. I'm going to a sock hop after this. If anyone's interested,
Robbie's an old soul.
Well, what's great about that is my father-in-law, whenever we'd get him gifts for Christmas, he'd open it up and he'd be like, his reaction would be, neat. That is neat. It's like you can't tell, is he genuine? Or is he like, this fucking sucks?
Yeah.
I thought it was actually neat.
Yeah, neat's one of those, could go either way.
Yeah. It's but what I mean is it was super fucking fresh to hear that lore.
So fresh.
That ship was straight fire, fam.
Yeah, I'm bringing fresh back in 2026. But, we're not freshing out here enough as jugglers these days. We gotta bring back the fresh.
Freshen up a little.
What's that?
Do I need to go?
Your cat again, isn't it?
Yeah. Do I? There's gonna be a lot of cat cutting. DC work.
Yeah,
it does.
I don't know. Maybe it's time of day, but.
Yeah, could be.
Yeah, so Shadowland History, Episode 7, Mission Infect, Chemical Threats 1 and 2. Jump in there. Next month, April, is Mission Infect month. We're going to have more Mission Infect history drops, but this will tide you over until next month with a little Mission Infect preview.
Pre-gaming.
Yeah, pre-game that Infect.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
And then this drops. I don't know if we need to talk about that. No. We're making it right now.
Not? Hey, you know what? Let's pat ourselves on the back here.
Yeah.
313 Shadowland offerings.
Yeah.
If you're watching this now, it dropped. Yeah.
Everything went according to plan. Yeah. Yeah. If it's 313 and you're listening to it on that day, everything went smooth.
It exists. It came out. Here we are on your screen. 313.
And comment something. Give us something. Give us some feedback. Good, bad. Give us something in the comments.
Yeah, leave a comment if you watch this. If you watch this, just say say chapstick in the comments. We want some feedback. We want some movement. I'm not seeing a lot of people engage with these videos, and I love making them, and I want you to love watching them. So I want some evidence. I want some proof that you fucking enjoyed this.
Or comment. Let's get beamed up because after the podcast drops, we get into fucking Neon Sermon Week.
Segue King.
Yeah. This is where we really get to the meat and potatoes of it's Neon Sermon Month. What does that mean?
Yeah. So we're going to break this up. Top half, that's stuff that's out already. Bottom half is stuff that's not out already, but it's very Neon Sermon centric. So we wanted to spend a little time. What the fuck is Neon Sermon? What's our history with it? Do we hate it? Do we like it? Is DC literally mentioned by government name on the record? We'll get into it all right now. Kick us off, somebody.
I remember where I was when the pre-order launched. It's like burned into my brain. So, I mean, we'll move it back a little bit. Neon Sermon is Batty Bat, Crux One, and Low-Key himself, and it's got kind of like a EDM electronic music vibe. They're like aliens. It's futuristic. They're cybernetic. It's just a
Sprinkle
whole
of dubstep in there.
Yeah. And there's a really cool music video, probably one of Loki's coolest music videos we've ever done.
That was the first taste of it. Was Godzilla, the music video, which I remember seeing like Neon Sermon 5/1, 2023.
2022.
Okay, I remember seeing that advertisement. Was like, cool. What is this? A record? Whatever. And then the video was the video, and I was like, this is crazy. I mean, like, just like. Low-Key's got a history of making great videos for himself and other people, you know, like some Zool videos. Super Famous Fun Time Guys Positive is like a classic, you know, Axis Family, all this stuff. Godzilla might be the best he's done for himself to me. I think it's so high end looking. Like it looks like a big budget video, and I assume knowing Loke, it was not $1 million budget, but it looks like it was.
Yeah,
very impressive.
I mean, that video was why I wanted a mask that lit up, because like the way that they lit those masks up, like I wanted that mask. I was like, there's no fucking way Loke's just gonna make me a mask like this. What's the next best thing? How about one that glows in the dark?
Yeah,
so that's totally that's how that idea came.
And then I mean, the record 001 is great. Gage, you were saying you remember where you were at when the pre-orders dropped. Is that a fun story?
Kind of, yeah. I got dragged to a punk music festival by my ex at the time, and
currently not your ex,
or was not my ex at the time.
Okay,
yeah, my now
current ex, former non-ex.
Yeah, so their family were like punk people, and like it was like not necessarily my thing, but I went just because. And I remember walking around with them like in between shows, because it was like a bunch of different sets. It was like a baseball field was like the venue. And I did not give a fuck about what was going on, but like the pre-orders went live, so everybody's like all excited about the music. I'm like, I don't give a shit. Neon Sermon's about to drop. And I like
holding up your phone.
Yeah, so I bought
this is my festival,
the hat, the CD, and like a keychain. There's like a little bundle, and then I listened to the fuck out of it when it dropped. I even brought the CD with me to the gathering, my first gathering, and I left it like in the dash, and it was so hot, like the CD case warped.
Oh no!
The CD's fine, thankfully, but
cases can be replaced. So
that album dropped the day I first got COVID, I think. So I remember sitting at home in bed and being like, oh, it's time, and then waiting for like, when's it gonna it's not on streaming, what's going on? And then it hit like YouTube, and just like that was my COVID soundtrack was Neon Sermon. Super good record. I had not revisited it much in the last year or two, I think, just because there's been so much other low-key music. And it moved in streaming from the low-key page to just Neon Sermon. So I think sometimes when I'm like, I want to listen to some low-key, I forget about it, and which is a great reason to get off streaming. Go buy some CDs, gang. Listen to music that is physical and tangible, and you don't forget about it because it's on a different page on a fake platform. Regardless, listen to it today. That holds up. Holy moly.
I will say a fun listen that I did, and I'm going to just share it out there for anybody who wants to. Algorithm into the Chaos remixes into 001. Beautiful. That's a beautiful run through.
The album's just really hype. It might be like some of like Loki's best, like just technical rapping. He just like,
I noted that to bring up specifically. I don't think he's ever rapped this fast or this like technically proficient.
It was like
project ever.
He came full of energy, and the whole album is just bars and energy and just
Yeah.
And Crux hangs with him really well. This is really the first time we were introduced to Crux, and they complement each other really well on the album. And then Baddie's in the group, but she's kind of like the hype woman more than anything. She doesn't have like
she does like chorus stuff and some like you hear her voice throughout it. I listened to it today because like for the longest time I was like, yeah, she's on a couple things, and then I listened to it. I was like, oh, you can hear her over here, you can hear her over there. She's just like almost like mascot and like hype and vote like hook stuff. But when you do really get a sense for her, it's excellent. Like I'm gonna fuck up the phrasing here. Bitch, I'm the devil, and
they let me out my fucking kennel.
That's the one. Her part on that is super hype, super fucking cool. Her kind of carnival barker announcing stuff early on. There's just a lot. There's a lot of little cool baddie moments, and I'm hoping we'll get to it. But I'm hoping maybe down the line, or even on this thing we're going to get soon, maybe just heighten that a little bit more, because I want a little bit more baddie in my Neon Sermon, I think.
Yeah, that's kind of an expression not an expression. That's something I expressed for 002 is for her to play a little bit bigger of a role. Because she, like you said, I wouldn't say mascot. My thought was like overseer. Like she's the queen of the ship, and she's like watching over everything that's happening. Kind of where I'm feeling with it. But my experience with Neon Sermon, because I mean, I discovered Low-Key in 2021 through Cabal. And so Neon Sermon was the first project he released after I started diving into everything. So immediately I was just ready to dive in head fucking first with this project. You know, all the way down to buying the fucking keychain, a lanyard, doing some Instagram stuff. And for those who know me on YouTube, doing a review. And that was where it was brought to my attention. This motherfucker got shouted out in the album. I listened to it so many times, and again, like I said earlier, just oblivious to things sometimes. I get this message from Loke, and I'm going to share it with you guys. Story time here. He messages me, thanks for the awesome review, brother. Guess you didn't catch the shout out yet, unless you're just being real humble. Which typically I try to be humble. And so I put, anytime I try to be as humble as possible, but I definitely didn't catch the shout out. Have to listen more intently now. So he kind of guided me. He said, beamed up verse 3, bro. And then, you know, had some UFO emojis. And I put, I just listened like 5 times and I'm not catching it. And if you guys have been into the vault, the lyrics vault, you can find it there very quickly. It's chilling with Kenneth Ashcraft, unidentified flying hatchback. Am I blowing smoke? Somebody get this human a gas mask. For those who don't know, my government name is Kenneth Ashcraft. I missed that so many fucking times. And after he pointed it out, I messaged him. Now I hear it. He was chopping so fast that all I made out was chilling in a spacecraft, kind of partially there. And he put, laughed my ass off. I thought you were no selling the whole time. I was like, nope, just that oblivious.
No, so, I would sell it if I knew.
Yeah, like humble most of the time, and listen, when I went into Neon Sermon, I loved it. But then after, it was like, man, this is just like got to be my group now, right? Because I'm the human that's chilling with Neon Sermon on this fucking spacecraft.
Yeah, so you're part of it.
Yeah, I've made videos, little like promo stuff. Obviously, I did the little teaser or introduction, I guess you could say, for Locatron, and the whole point going forward from that shout out was like, I'm this fucking human who's with these aliens, and like every so often I'm gonna beam these messages down to the rest of the humans to let them know, like, hey, Neon Sermon's up here. They're watching.
Yeah, just you and James Grosswiener, from what I
there you go. Yeah,
determined.
Yes. Yeah,
which thankfully I have not been probed.
Okay,
yet I have not yet.
Maybe no selling that. We'll see.
And yeah,
unless they wipe my memory, I don't remember being probed.
Yeah, maybe you were there. Which shout out the Jekyll Brothers ass skit in the middle.
Yeah. But speaking of the lyrics vault, right there on Discord, if you're part of the circle, if you're not, join the circle. What are you doing? But I went through the lyrics and listened to it today, and there's so much I didn't catch just because, like we said, those guys are rapping so fast on there, and the production is really cool. Actually, it's not like a detriment at all. but like the way it's kind of mixed, the music and the vocals are kind of equal in importance, I would say, in the mix. And so like there are bars in there that I just had no clue what people were saying, but it just sounded good. And then reading through the lyrics today, I was like, damn, they're saying some cool shit in here. Like there's some very like cool imagery and cool shit going on. And one thing I wanted to bring up, one thing I want to bring up, you just brought him up, DC, our favorite fucking robot AI announcer, Locatron. Is Locatron the entity that pops up in baddie streams that tells us the daily what's going on, etc., etc.? Is that canonically who is the member of Neon Sermon? Is that? I mean, they don't ever mention, like low key. I'm rapping and I'm low key right now. It's Locatron, and in the lyrics vault, it's each verse is credited to Locatron.
That is true.
I'm just saying that's interesting lore that I had not thought about before today.
Yeah. Well, so see, when he introduced Locatron, that was when I made that promo video. I went into it knowing he was mentioned in Neon Sermon. That was in my mind, and I kept that there when I did that. So, I mean, look, more lore could unfold, We know at some point there's got to be a 002. It's been previously teased on that poll, not the light poll, but the poll that Loke did back in 2024. So we know it exists out there as a possibility.
Yeah.
Well, maybe there's more lore that's going to come for Locatron. We'll learn why and how he became the sentient being he is. Maybe he came from another planet and infected our AI space.
Yeah, I mean, he's great at announcements, great at shit talking. I didn't know he was so good at rapping. So
yeah,
banger rapper. I do kind of want to go back to the shout out with DC not getting that his name was on there, which no matter what our ranks are, he has that to flex above.
Yeah, that should be number one, maybe immediately. I don't know.
Yeah.
Is there another example on any project of anyone being government name first and last dropped? Not that I can think of.
I don't have one, I can tell you that much. But I think it's funny that DC didn't notice it, because I noticed it. I'm like, who the fuck is Kenneth Ashcraft? Like, didn't clock who that was at all. I'm like, oh.
Yeah. That album came out, I think, maybe right around the time that you and I even kind of connected.
Yeah, it was a little bit before that, because I remember bringing the CD to the Gathering, which is where I met the Deck One Delk guys, which is how we all started to mix up. So it was right before that, yeah.
Which I don't know if we want to go into that at all, just for the sake of stories. I don't even know if Robbie knows this story.
Couldn't tell you if I care about it.
Okay,
well, there you go.
Fuck it. We won't even share that story. We'll just move on from it.
I'm just joking.
No, I mean, yeah. I mean,
it literally, Loke brought us together, and I personally, I view Gage as a little brother. I'm the youngest of 4, and I've never had a younger sibling, so Gage is like my fucking surrogate younger brother. But he was on the Deck One Delk podcast. Shameless plug for them. Those motherfuckers owe us some money now.
Yep.
He went on, they have a series, Juggler Origin Story, and he went on there, and I had been a fan of them for a little bit, watching their show. He goes on there and he brings up to them hey, have you watched DC Fago Guy and Roan from Beneath the Dirt talk about this guy low key?
Is there anything else you want to share or touch on before we let you go, man?
Yeah, so I should probably. So have you seen Beneath the Dirt and DC Fago Guy going on about Loki?
Going on about him? I've seen them posting about their new music, but that's about it.
Yeah, I would be remiss if I didn't talk about Loki real quick.
Okay.
And my ears perked up. I'm like, who is this guy? And how does he know me? You know what I mean? I've been making YouTube, and again, bringing it back to being humble, I just assume not a lot of people watch me, a few thousand subscribers, and I just always assume nobody fucking knows who I am. I feel like sometimes people just don't give a fuck. And we straight up from that linked up, because I want to go know more about this Wasteland Waldo guy. And that's how we linked up.
Boom. And now here we are.
Low key.
There it is. And I mean, that's also kind of how Robbie and I kind of became friends, because he's always doing his history dives, and he was doing one in a Discord about Loki, and I joined right when he started doing it. I'm like, oh hey, I know all about this shit, and so
which is why I even probably finished it, because you were the only person that cared very much.
I was so excited.
Oh, this guy's on my team. So
yeah, so a lot of right place at the right time, and I mean that's the power of music, y'all. Like it brings people together, and and that's why we're here doing this right now.
But we're doing this right now. What are we going to be doing tomorrow? 3/14.
Well, that would be a merch drop with a new Neon Sermon mask, which I'm always geeked about a new mask, even if I don't get it immediately. I like looking at them.
Is it Neon Sermon? I was unsure.
I would have
Overlord.
I assume. So we're in
the graphic. The graphic shows Neon Sermon week, and then you have 14, 16, 17, 18, 19.
There you go.
I'm assuming
so it's all
of
that
these
week.
are Neon Sermon related.
Yeah.
So this is welcome. We need a like a graphic or some kind of a little interstitial video when we enter the Speculi zone, because from here on out we are feeding Speculi. This we don't know anything about this besides the words on the paper. So you'll find out with us in real time. Loki did not hint at anything or tell us what we were going to hear or see. So. But yeah, I mean, if it's Neon Sermon Week, that's a new Neon Sermon mask, which, boy, are my curiosities piqued by that.
Yeah. I'm wondering, is this a new mask that they themselves will wear in 002?
Could be.
Or what? Or is it just a new sculpt that's Neon Sermon related? So many questions.
I know there's been like conversation of a new mask being made that like I've had conversations with Loki about on like streams Ricky's mentioned. So I'm hoping it's a new mask that will go into the next era, and the fact that Neon Sermon Week is even happening, that has me excited that we're looking kind of into the future with the concept of Neon Sermon. So I think we'll probably I mean, we're definitely getting new music on the schedule, but like new.
Yeah. So, and I was in Batty's stream last night as we record this, and Crux popped in and was talking. So those guys are all in communication and stuff. So I've got my fingers crossed big for there to be 002 at some point. But for now, we got the Overlord mask and merch, which I'm very curious to see what that is. And it doesn't say. So if you look at the schedule, like Mortis mask and T-shirt. Overlord is plus merch, so I don't even know what that means. That could be hats, hoodies,
shebang of stuff.
Yeah, socks,
keychains, lanyards,
elbow pads,
maybe speedos. Since we're getting into warmer weather.
That's true. We're getting into the spring months. Get your swim trunks game on.
There you go. Maybe some shorts.
Yeah. So that's exciting. That's all we know is it's going to be Neon Sermon related. It's a new mask, a new merch, and I'm excited to see it. And then and we talked about this so many times, but we are music lovers, music heads, and so for me, my eyes went laser focus on 316 001 remixes, which is something I cannot wait to hear. I really, really love 001 a lot, but the possibility to me, and I thought about this a lot when Loke was doing the Dreamwalker stuff and really connecting with smaller, more sort of cutting edge, or I don't even know if cutting edge is the right word, but like newer and maybe more tapped in EDM DJs and producers and stuff. And I was like, what would Neon Sermon sound like through that filter, maybe? You know what I mean? Because like Seven, I think, did an excellent job with the original tracks, but Seven is such a multifaceted producer. He does, all the strange music stuff, twisted stuff. Like, he does a lot of hip hop. He can throw some rock into it. He did a great job with the kind of dubstep and EDM elements, but that's not where he lives. You know what I mean? He is in a bunch of, he's got his fingers in different pots, as the phrase goes. I want to hear some Neon Sermon stuff, and maybe I'm going to be eating fucking crow and it's going to be Loki doing it, and that'll be fucking dope too. But my speculi, my fantasy version of this is a hot, young, and I don't mean in a sexual manner, vibrant, up and coming, EDM producers kind of throwing their sheen on this, because I think there's a lot of opportunity for these songs to be remixed in an extremely cool way.
Yeah. And it could be a combination of both. I really like the production on the remix for Algorithm. So if it's
totally,
Loki does some of that too. Either way, I think it's going to be dope and exciting. And we've been living in that space a little bit lately. So
for me, when I saw it, there was something that I reached out to Loke about with those remixes when I learned that he did it completely. Like I said, I did an Algorithm into Chaos into 001. Yeah. And then immediately, my headspace was, I messaged Loke. I said, look, fuck 7. Why don't you just do the production for 002? You can start it off with Upgraded, which was, I assume, produced by 7. Do a skit that has something to do with corruption, to where the files or something's corrupted, and then it goes into this new production done by Loke. And I was like, dude, you could fucking pull it off.
That'd be dope.
You know what I mean? Because he did it with those fucking Chaos remixes.
Yes. Totally.
So seeing 001 remixes to me was like, oh fuck. Did Loke go through and do all these remixes, and that's the transition that's going to get us to 002? I don't fucking know, but that's where my speculi went, and I just I'm ready for it.
Yeah,
I can't wait to hear what that's going to be.
After listening to the record today, I'm so ready to listen to a recontextualized version of it, just because it'll reinvigorate me in my excitement for the project as a whole, for the group. You know what I mean? In the same way that Airdrops did when it dropped, the Mission Effect remix album a couple years ago. I am not typically a rap remix guy, unless it's the kind of shit Diddy used to do, throw 4 new rappers on it and new verses. That's crazy. But typically, let's say a Juggalo rap remix. There's 1,000 mediocre twisted remixes out there that don't add anything to the story. But I think low-key listens to enough music that a low-key remix album rather, puts me in the same headspace as a 9 Inch Nails remix album or something, where I'm this is a reimagining of this concept in a new and cool way, as opposed to just shitting out alternate,
a different beat with the same lyrics.
Yeah, totally. Even if it is the same exact vocal tracks, it's gonna be in a way that like Algorithm. I mean, Algorithm and the Chaos Edition are so different in vibe, in tone, and they're the same songs, but I think a good proper remix album can offer that, and I'm really excited to see what this is.
Yeah, which Loki is awesome at that, with the especially the Oracles, Parasuva.
Totally.
A good time having 2 completely different versions that stand on their own and feel different and complement the originals in a cool way. So I'll take it.
I'll take it back further than that, because for me, and I've talked to you about this, Gage. I'm not a remix guy. Never have been.
Yeah.
And I never thought I would be. Randomly, I just decided to listen to the Chameleonic remixes, and I was just like, whoa, this is how to do remixes. There is some redone vocals. There's some playing with the production that you can tell went into it to make it different than the standard Chameleonic. And then to go further from there, I went into the alternate dimension of Book of Time, and I'm just like, oh, Jesus fuck, you know what I mean? Yeah. That's the proper way to remix an album. Yeah. And it made me go into other remix albums, and I'm just gonna fucking say it, Chainsmoker 2, Monoxide. That album did nothing for me, because it was the same vocals at the same tempo, at the same everything, just over a different beat. And I'm like, I like this beat better. But when you go in and you play and actually rework the fucking music all the way down to the vocals, that's a remix to me.
Yeah, it's a musicality versus just slapping some shit together.
Yeah. And Loke has shown me, and I think he's shown anybody that's listening right now, he can fucking remix an album. So yeah.
I almost like the Chameleonic remix more than the original, honestly.
Oh, I thought you were gonna grab like your.
Oh no, sorry.
Just a cat.
You're reaching for CD too.
No, it's just the cat being a menace.
Well, and
Yeah,
like the
To
house
be honest with you,
remixes.
Gage, yeah, I feel that same way too. Sometimes I feel like I like the remixes better than the standard, and I'm sitting over here with a physical copy of the standard and no remixes, and I'm like, fuck, how do I get the remixes now?
Well, I'll tell you. Well, I just dropped. Hold on.
Can you not buy the remix anymore?
No, not CDs anyway.
Really?
Probably go onto the digital site that Loke has and get it.
I did not know that.
You can get. You used to be able to get this, the complete edition that I think features both the original and remixes on one disc, which I'm probably going to listen to right after we get off this call, because now you guys have inspired me to go back and listen to those, because I haven't heard those remixes in literal years, probably, because I just always get the original. So
They're great. That Legacy remix,
goated.
Yeah, Legacy remix is so fucking good.
Yeah.
Yeah, so 001 remix is really exciting. That's the thing on this month's schedule. The thing is, I say that's the thing that's the most exciting, and we just got the gallery, which I was like, oh, that's something I've been waiting years for. So like, there's a lot of exciting things, but music is always going to pop me harder than almost anything. So yeah, that's where I'm at right now.
Yeah.
And then the next day, so this is. To be full disclosure, when we first got this schedule, I did not even pay attention to the days, because I was just like, yep, those are things that are going to happen in March. I did not realize the boom, boom, boom nature of like, this is 1 week of concentrated drops.
Yeah, I'm just realizing that just now too.
So the next day...
Complete foreclosure. I didn't do that until we started recording. I'm the same way. I looked at what it is, and then when you were talking about, I think this is Neon Sermon, I'm looking at the dates. I'm like, it's got to be like they're all days
all the week. Yeah, I'm an idiot and didn't put that together. But so we get Overlord shit, remixes, boom, boom, and then the next day we get the gallery unlock. So we talked about the gallery earlier, and we talked about how the current, what would you call it, like the special gallery of the month or whatever. I don't know if it has a specific name.
The exhibit, I compared it to a museum.
Yeah,
exhibit. I love it.
The exhibit of the month. That, right, currently was, as we're talking right now, it's the masks, which is super cool. And then 317, it's going to unlock a new exhibit of the month, let's say, for Neon Sermon stuff. So I don't even know what that entails. I don't know if it's behind the scenes pictures or like the artwork for the album, or
maybe like art,
but like
merch.
Yeah,
concept
just maybe
art,
a whole all-encompassing every image that ever had to do with Neon Sermon. I don't know, but that is dropping 317, which is, I mean, I cannot tell you this week how much I'm going to just be listening to Neon Sermon, because it's going to be like, oh, the merch, cool, I'll put on 001. Remix album, let me listen to that all day. Oh, gallery, I'm going to look at that and listen to both of these albums now. Like, And then 318 is Rewind to Space Jam, which... Is that the Dream Chasers event? Dreamwalker?
It was a Dreamwalker event. Yeah, it was.
That's my.
And if I'm not mistaken, that is the only time that there's been a live performance from Neon Sermon.
It is, and it's also the only live Dreamwalkers event I ever attended, because I don't have the VR setup, but I did borrow my girlfriend's gaming laptop to join that one, because I was like, this is literally the first time there's been a live performance of any type from Low-Key since 2018, so I gotta see what the hell this is all about, and it was super fun. If it's like a reposting of that on YouTube or whatever, I don't know what they have in mind, or if it's going to be another event similar. I truly have no idea, but it
Maybe
was
Plex.
super cool. Yeah. I think it's on the Plex now, unless you took it down, so this could be an event. But but it was very, very cool. It was them as sort of. Not emojis, avatars, and live vocals, which sounded different than the record, and Batty just like screaming her ass off, which was really cool. And like Loke, I think, jumped so much that his headset flew off, and it was this crazy.
I was just getting ready to ask, wasn't there a moment where like the headset came off and his character just like
Yeah, exactly. So that was really, really fun and a really cool. And I think like for something like that, Neon Sermon is such a perfect entity to be sort of performed live in that way, because it's got the futuristic space vibes already. So doing it as like 3D avatars in VR very cool. And so if that's what that is, I'm gonna rewatch it and be excited about it.
Oh yeah, for sure. Same here. Like I wasn't able to tune into that live, but I think they had didn't they have it like viewable for a while? Mm-hmm. And I wanted to go in and see it because I had heard that story of him like flying off, and the set was really fucking cool. It was on a planet, right? Mm-hmm. Like you were on a planet,
and you could like go to different planets. The stage was one planet, and you could go to different ones and bounce around. Yeah, it was really cool.
So fucking cool. So yeah, being able to rewatch that, it's gonna be really cool.
And then we wrapped the fucking whole month up.
Yeah.
319 Chaos Control 8-bit game. We talked about it on the last one. We wanted more of these games. We enjoyed Blood Echoes. I enjoyed Blood Echoes a lot, at least. Mm-hmm. And then this is, a Neon Sermon themed little 8-bit game that you could probably play on, I assume, your phone or computer is my guess. And
like a browser game fun.
Yeah. I think that sounds really cool. So this was teased recently in the circle. For people that are in the circle, if you're not in the circle, you already would have seen an image from this. You fucking losers, get in there. Yeah, this was teased in the circle. Chaos Control starring Neon Sermon is what it says in the image, and it's start invasion is how you start the game. This is really cool looking, and the description in the circle says this game will be released next month during Neon Sermon Week, which as the first title in the brand new Low Keys 8-bit arcade project. So that obviously, there's an Infect game in the following month, which we'll talk about on the next episode, but it seems like this is going to be an ongoing, he's making 8-bit games for different, properties and things. Infect, Neon Sermon, I assume as we go on there'll be some Oracle themed stuff, I hope at least, so that's a cool project to start rolling out this month.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no idea what to even expect with that. Like, since it says start invasion, are we like going to be abducting people?
Or like Space Invaders or something?
That's what I pictured. Kind of like Space Invaders-esque thing. Maybe.
Yeah. Okay. And I fuck with Space Invaders.
I talk a lot, on here. For some reason, it comes up, but about how I don't play video games. I'm not a game guy, but I am old. And what that means is an 8-bit fucking old school game I will play the shit out of. An old Super Mario Brothers or some, like Pong. Throw me a Pong or a snake for the Nokia phone. I'll get lost in that for hours. So this seems like the kind of thing that is right up my alley.
There you go. That does sound fun. I'm excited as I am a Game Boy, so like Loki doing video games is super fucking cool.
Yeah, we're all excited.
Definitely excited for that. That'd be cool.
And that's the month. That's March. That's what to expect. And it ends 3/19. So either that's pumping the brakes until the next month starts, or maybe there'll be a little drips and drabs of other things. But that is the things to be excited about for the month of March. Half of it's already passed by the time you see this, but strap in for Neon Sermon Week starting tomorrow when this drops. Unless we're recording it a little early. Maybe Luke gets a little wild hair up his took us and drops it early. But if not, 3/14 Neon Sermon Week. Strap in. It's gonna be a blast.
Ready for it. Beam me up, Loki.
Mm-hmm.
Let's get beamed up.
Let's get beamed up.
Hell yeah. I think that's probably going to do it for this episode, right, gentlemen?
Yeah.
I would say so. Real quick, favorite track off of 001?
Level Up.
Yeah.
I'm going to go with... You know what? I'm going to go with... Bitch, I am the devil, and they let me out my fucking kennel. That chorus has always got me, and there's some really cool kind of what I think. And we didn't talk about this. Here's an opportunity to just talk more, I guess. But we didn't talk about already is that what I like about Neon Sermon lyrically is that it crosses a few themes, like where there's space stuff for sure. There's also a lot of talk about like psychedelic mushrooms and partying. It's like an alien party album, but then there's a little bit of horrorcore sprinkled in there. There's some there's if you read through the lyrics, there's some dark. He talks about a serial killer burning a church or something like that. So like I like that song specifically hits some of those horrorcore things and also has that beautiful Batty Bat scream that I love to hear on there. So
yeah. I think probably my favorite track on there too for this reason. My 3 favorite on the album is Level Up, Bitch I Am the Devil, etc., and The Sickness, like back to back at the tail end of the album. Those are probably
The Sickness is good too.
yeah.
Yeah, I listened to that record back to back today. I had the CD in my Discman, and I went through it once, and then just hit play again because I was like, "Boom, let's just rerun it." It's super good. So yeah.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, and then the whole vibe of 001 for me was abducted, they party with you, and if you're not me, they kill you.
There you go.
DC, you get to live.
That's right.
And Ashcraft.
Yeah, chilling.
All right, gang. Well, unless anyone has anything else, this has been Shadowland fucking offerings.
There we go.
Yeah. Remember to like it. Remember to comment. Get beamed up. Something positive. Let us know you're watching.
Yeah, just let us know.
What's up? And we'll see you guys on the next one.
Bye.